Welcome everybody back to A&M in the AM, episode 20. We finally made it. I'm here with my boy Mort. It feels like forever since it's been just me and him in here.
It happens.
Been at least a month, honestly. Like it's been a while. But I mean we're here, and we got some new things today. First off, I think we're gonna talk about fantasy playoffs for baseball. It officially started. It started very weirdly because the leagues for some reason got messed up, and on the buds we said it. Yeah, we said that on the buds. I think on Monday. Yeah, we said that it was gonna be me, Nick, Ben, and Mort, and it was gonna be me and Nick versus each other, and Ben and Mort. And then Monday morning we all woke up and Mort sent something in our group chat, and it was like Joe made the playoffs. I was the 2 seed. Nick was the 4 seed, and Ben was the 3, Joe was the 3rd seed. We were like, what? And because Joe wasn't supposed to make it, and then for some reason it went overall points instead of head-to-head matchups. So we had to go in and fix that. So everything's back to normal. So Nick plays me, Mort plays Ben, and I think we're hoping for an A&M championship here.
Yeah, we were talking about that before. But also I was gonna say, it does look weird when you look at the standings and see that you kind of won that division, even though you were all tied. But then Chiefs was in 2nd place and didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, because because he can't change the standings obviously because of how it finished, but Ben truly did make the playoffs due to head-to-head. I made the playoffs due to head-to-head, and Nick made the playoffs due to head-to-head. So truly, us 3 should be in there, but with how the standings is, and it finished with me 1st place because I scored the most points in all of fantasy, and then Joe 2nd because he scored the 2nd most in our division, and then Nick 3rd, Ben 4th, when it should be Nick, me, Ben, then Joe. So I mean, it looks a little weird there, but I mean,
why? Because did Nick beat you?
Yeah, Nick beat me.
Okay, so yeah, he should be in 1st place.
You and Nick are the only people that beat me, so that's why I'm hoping to revenge tour, baby. Revenge tour in the playoffs.
I'm just torn because I was rooting for Ben the whole season, like I had said. Ben and I were rooting for each other when we were both in 1st place once upon a time weeks ago. Ben and I were rooting for each other. We're the only ones that weren't beefing, and now to have it come full circle and we're playing 1st round, it is what it is. Whoever wins.
And I mean, not to mention the kid Joe, he was in the playoffs for an hour, and now that he's out of the playoffs, he is currently losing to a man that doesn't set his lineup, 105-7. So
yeah, he went from being in the playoffs, putting up 7 points. His team really took it hard.
Yeah, they really. I think they protested. Honestly, I think they said. I mean, I was protesting when I saw Bubba.
We all were.
I said I wasn't playing. I was sitting out till he got put in the playoffs. So.
I was able to have my champagne celebration the night before, and then since I already celebrated, I was full on prepared to not play in the playoffs, have the fans not see the number 1 seed play. Just because of Ben not making it. But now that he made it, we're all good.
I mean, I was ready. Even though I was 2nd seed, I would rather be a 3rd seed and have Ben in the playoffs than a 2nd seed and have a sour taste in my mouth beating Joe. I would rather have a good matchup against Nick there because I don't know. I'd rather go on my revenge tour.
You know what wasn't sour?
What?
The champagne that we were chugging.
Oh my god.
That my team was going crazy with.
Oh my god. Now, talking about playoffs though, MLB released today on Tuesday when we're recording this, they released the official bubble site because they're having a bubble for the playoffs. I think the families are allowed to come, but they have to quarantine with the players. So they'll be in the hotels, I'm assuming, wherever the hotels are going to be. Games are going to be in, can you?
Yeah, I have it right here. I just got a notification too that Stanton's back for the Yankees.
Okay.
So they don't have to cry about that. But the wait. Oh, okay. The wild card in the National League is in Arlington. Texas.
I thought wild cards were all.
Oh yeah. It's at their home parks. Yeah, that's what this thing was looking weird.
What game series are they? They're 1.
They're 3.
3 game. Okay, so yeah,
and it's all at the 1 seeds park. You don't travel.
Or the higher seeds park. Yeah. So the higher seeds park are where the wild card is at, and then they obviously National League advances to.
It's it says NL Division 1 plays NL Wild Card number 2. So it's the 1 seed. No, okay. Wait, what?
I'll pull it up here on
This
Jeff.
is so weird.
I'll pull it up on Jeff Passan here.
This bracket that they put is so weird.
Let me see here. Okay. So the NL Division 1 will play the NL Wild Card 2 and with a wild card
Yeah,
series.
that's what it showed on here.
So in the NLDS, the winner of that first game will play the NL Seed 1 versus the NL Seed 2.
You see why I was getting confused?
Yeah, I see what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Okay, no, okay. Wait, no, I don't. Okay, no, I get it. So the number 1 division, they are obviously that 1 seed, or the NL Division 1. So, like, let's say the White Sox.
Yeah, I want to see team names. I don't want to see this NL divisions. That would be so much easier to figure out.
Let's say the White Sox, and then obviously who's the best in the, or okay, so we got the Dodgers in the NL. They're the best team. Let's say they win the NL West. Okay, NL Central. The Cubs. So they win the NL Central. I believe that means they would be the NL. They would be the NL.
Go by record. Whoever has the second most wins.
Yeah, so they would be the NL Division 2, and then the NL Division 3 would be the winner of the NL East. So I think that's what they're saying. And then the other 3, the second seed, the NL second, is the second team.
Yeah, I'm gonna go by 1 through 8 seed. So the 1 seed plays the 8 seed, obviously, and then so on.
And then the 2 seed plays the
or 6 or 7. What the heck am I saying?
Yeah, 2 seed plays 7, and then 4 seeds plays 5, and 6 seed plays 3.
And the top 2 are in Arlington, or the top other games are in Arlington. The other ones are in Houston.
So I think I like how they're doing that. How they're playing NL games in AL stadiums just to not give home field advantage. Because obviously, we move over here to the AL. The AL is being played in San Diego and Los Angeles, so that would be heavily favored towards the Padres and then the Dodgers. So I mean, are they playing it at Dodger Stadium or at Angel Stadium?
Dodgers.
You think they might split games and play at Angels too, or?
No, because Dodgers, they were supposed to have the All-Star game at Dodger Stadium.
True.
And so that's why they're also doing the Rangers. That's why the World Series is there, because it would be in a new park and they want people to see it. Even though what I've seen of games, it looks pretty awkward.
Yeah.
But
so then the NLDS is played in Arlington and in Houston, Texas. So then the NLCS is playing Arlington. So Arlington's gonna be in a lot of games there.
That's what their goal was.
For the Rangers, they're gonna be in a lot of games.
I'm happy to see that the ALCS is in San Diego and not Los Angeles.
I think they're doing that because I think they're hoping for fans, maybe. And I think if they do it in San Diego, it's still a very popular area, but less populated than Los Angeles. And I think if they can have fans on the outside, being able to catch home run balls. I think it's just a perfect spot.
Hot take right here: Petco Park looks better than Dodger Stadium.
Depends on the day. Night games, I give it to Dodger Stadium. Or like sunset games, I give it to Dodger Stadium.
But then, like I said, the World Series is back in Arlington.
Yeah. I mean,
it happens.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, I like this format. I think if it goes well, they switch to it, honestly. You don't think so? You think they still go less teams?
No, because it's only expanded playoffs for this year and next year.
Oh, it's next year too?
I think that's what they passed, or that's what they were at least still trying to do.
See, I think if it goes well and teams like it, I think they could try to renegotiate, or not teams, if players like it, I think they might try to renegotiate their the deal, the CBA, or I think it's part of the CBA. Yeah. Or I don't know who decides the playoffs.
I would say they'd have to keep it the same way if they're going to do anything, because I would say they could maybe keep the 2 division winners and then 1 wild card, but then who's the wild card team going to play to get in? Because usually like the 2 wild card teams play each other. They play the actual wild card winner.
The wild card team plays the worst second seed division team. Because you can have 3 3 bad second seed or like a bad second seed division make it, or you could have 2 competitive. You can have
but either way, the first seed's getting a bye then, because they don't have that other team to play. They don't have the 8th seed to play.
I mean, that wouldn't be bad. I mean, let the first seed have the bye there.
Nah, because I like seeing it, like how the Dodgers almost lost in the first round last year.
Or no, make it
NLDS,
so the wild card game is a 1-game play-in series, and then you have that.
That's what it normally is.
Yeah, so then you have the first seed. They don't get a bye technically. They just have to wait for the wild card, just like normal.
It's just now both wild card teams make it. They don't play each other for that final spot.
Yeah, I don't know. I could like it either way, honestly. I like the expanded playoffs. I like it because it gives the Tigers a chance.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm only gonna sweat over if the Tigers can make it, and the Tigers are running out of time.
Yeah,
they continue to lose. I want to say they're at least 3 games out of it.
Maybe a little.
So
bit more.
It's getting tough.
I think they're a tad bit more.
I was gonna say I have a weird feeling that it's 5. But
pulling it up here for.
Also, speaking of 5, that's the Padres' magic number.
Why is that?
Because if they just have to win 5 more games and they automatically clinch it. I mean, everybody knows they're making it, but they clinch the playoffs. And I think when I was watching it last night, they said, yeah, they were 2.5 last night behind the Dodgers for first place.
Okay, so Detroit, do you want to know? They're 6 games out of the final wild card spot, where currently it is the Indians. The next closest team to that wild card spot is the Mariners, and they are 4 games out, roughly. They're maybe like 3.5 because of or 4.5. Right now, the 3 top seeds in the AL are White Sox, Rays, A's, and then it goes Twins, Blue Jays, Astros, with Yankees and Indians securing those 2 wild card spots with the same record at 26-1. So, unfortunately,
it's gonna take some magic.
Yeah, it's gonna take some.
Considering teams already have their magic numbers,
it's gonna take like the magic from that Monday night game last night, when Stephen Gostkowski,
when I spoke it into existence.
Yeah,
so I can speak this.
It's gonna take the power of Noah Fant having 81 yards in the first half and not having a single catch in the second half to help me win the game by 0.06. The most insane thing I've ever had.
I'm gonna say it right here. They're gonna come down. They play the Twins or the Royals last game.
They play the Royals.
Yeah.
They play 4-game series versus the Royals.
I knew we had talked about it. Yes, the Royals. So it'll come down. They'll be tied with.
Okay, just to speak this into existence real fast. We play the rest of the season. We play 6 more games against the Royals, 4 more against Cleveland, 2 more against Minnesota. But then we also have a 2-game series versus St. Louis
if needed.
If we can get it in there.
They'll be tied for it on the last day with the Indians.
Yeah.
Whoever the Indians play last game, it's either the. I mean, it's obviously got to be either the White Sox or Twins.
Pittsburgh. 3-game series versus Pittsburgh.
Oh my gosh. They somehow lose it, and the Tigers beat the Royals on a walk-off.
Okay, this is Cleveland.
A walk-off scope bomb destroyed away center field.
No, even better.
A Willie bomb?
A walk-off Daz bomb.
Daz has to hit the ball to the infield first. So actually, it's either I'm gonna give it multiple outcomes. Either
wait, no, right here. Let me give mine. A walk-off gapper to Daz. Miguel scores from first.
A walk-off bomb from Scope to either to straightaway center field.
Okay.
Or a Willie Castro. I won't say bomb. It'll be off the wall in right center field to score. To score Miguel. Miguel let off the inning with a hit. Candelario got him over.
I'm liking Miguel here.
And Willie roped one off the wall because he knew
the second or to propel him to home.
Yeah, and plus he knew that he was going to get posted on my Instagram story again.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. We could see.
Shout out Willie again.
Yeah, we could see something like that.
Also, before we change topics, since I'm on the Willie, um, since talking about Willie, I wanted to get your opinion on this. I thought about DMing him like towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
And like, you know how on the last game of the year, like they do the shirt off their back thing where you pick like winners and stuff and you get their jersey on the field. I thought about DMing Willie and like asking if I can get a jersey.
I mean, it could work. I might have to message Daz.
Well, that'll be easy because
No one's asking.
They'll be in the bottom of a dumpster.
No, I mean that would honestly be interesting.
Or even like ask him for a chance at one, or if I purchased one.
Yeah.
And then like get it signed.
That would be interesting.
For a Willie shrine.
Yeah. I mean, that would be. I would like that, honestly. That would be kind of cool.
You
know, then you could wear it on.
Imagine the picture of Willie and I holding a game used jersey, and we're taking a picture together.
You'd go to Detroit for it?
Yeah,
I would drive
for
you there.
Sure.
Honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I don't know. We could see it. We could see it happening. Maybe. Yeah, I feel like you should do it.
Yeah, I actually have to put into Google Translate probably and see if that'll get the response I'm needing, so that way it's in Spanish.
I honestly would. Yeah, I'd put it Google Translate.
It's either that or I'll ask someone who knows how to speak Spanish. Because it'll be just as broken as Google Translate, I'm sure.
I was gonna say something, but I'll refrain. I said something out in South Carolina could help you, but.
Oh yeah, well let's see. That's the thing. It'd be as broken as Google Translate.
Okay. So moving on to the other playoffs, we have the NBA playoffs. We have Game 7 versus Nuggets Clippers tonight. I mean, I think we're all pulling for Nuggets. No matter what, I think we're all pulling for Nuggets here to win it. Just so we can. I mean,
it's been the Nug season.
We want to see this beard grown out, and we want to see that beard grown out.
No. It's not because I want the Nuggets to win the championship. It's because I wanted the Nuggets to beat the Clippers from day one.
Yeah. And,
I mean, it doesn't matter as much since it's already got messed up because of our bracket.
Yeah.
But it's just personally, I want the Nuggets over the Clippers so that way everybody can stop riding the Clippers.
True. I mean, I think Lakers versus Clippers would be an interesting series with Kawhi versus LeBron, but
I'm tired of seeing that already. I don't know why.
But I feel like Nuggets.
Everybody just hyped it up so much. I'm tired of seeing Lakers Clippers.
I think Nuggets versus Lakers would also be kind of cool too. I feel like that could honestly go 5 or 6. I know.
I would think 5
because Nuggets have a strong front court and Jokic,
and they can't miss, like Skip Bayless said.
Yeah.
So I mean, it would be a scary matchup, but I just would like to see the Nuggets over the Clippers. Obviously,
yeah.
If Jamal Murray's shooting the way he has been now,
I mean, his girl's there now, so that's why.
I would say that it'd be kind of a matchup, not nightmare, but a little difficulty. With Rondo still coming back, but Rondo was looking good. It was playoff Rondo again.
Nuggets. I keep saying Clippers. I don't know why. Nuggets are the first team to come back from 2 back-to-back 3-1 series.
If they do it.
Yeah. No.
They were the 12th team to ever come back from 3-1. If they do it again, it'll be the 13th team to do it.
To back-to-back.
No, it's just the 13th time that someone's come back 3-1.
Oh, okay.
They'd probably be the first one to come back 3-1.
Back-to-back. So then moving over to Eastern Conference, and they have to be.
No, I was thinking of the Warriors, but they were
yeah,
because they came back 3-1 against the Thunder.
No, they would. Yeah, and then they lost that.
Yeah,
year,
then they
3-1.
lost 3-1.
Yeah. So moving to the East, we have the Heat versus Celtics. I mean, a classic rivalry there. Goes back to the LeBron days, even before that, I would say. I have Heat pulling that out, honestly, and I have Heat going to championship.
We all did.
Just because they have better depth. I mean, Celtics are good, but they have a young core there. They're obviously proving that they just need one more piece, and I feel like they could make it to the championship. Maybe a good center, because they kind of lost their center when Al Horford left, and I feel like if they had Al Horford, they would.
See, I don't think. I mean, it's Al Horford, but I don't think he's a championship contender center either.
But I feel like he's that small piece that they need, because they have. Who do they have? They have Daniel Tice.
Enes Kanter and Daniel Tice.
Yeah.
And then Robert Williams off the bench.
And then Taco Fall.
Yeah.
That they haven't played since he
He played in the bubble game on defense.
Oh, he
against
did?
the Raptors.
No, I'm saying they haven't let him play since that day. Since that inbound where
that was
OG
the first
hit
time he'd played in months.
Yeah.
So
then, I mean...
But I mean, we were trying to make the case when we were making that bracket video. I mean, I know it was against the Raptors. We were trying to make a case for the oh no, we had the Bucks. We had the Bucks beat them in 7.
We had the Bucks beating them in 7, but I mean, I had the Bucks going just because of Giannis. But then at the same time I was like, it's the Heat, you know, they have a chance, they have a good depth. So I mean, I don't know. He could go finals, and I feel like they're gonna go against the Lakers more than likely. And I mean, I'm wearing my LeBron jersey here, but I have Heat winning it.
See, I don't.
In 6 here with D Wade, LeBron's running mate. I have Heat winning it there.
See, I want to see Heat and Lakers finals, but I mean, I know it was months ago during the regular season. The Lakers did handle the Heat pretty well in the regular season. Like I said, it wasn't this same Heat team that can shoot the lights out and play fast and everything, but it was a Heat team nonetheless.
And see, I honestly,
and I think just LeBron will see the Heat logo and he'll remember those days of villain LeBron, and they'll run it up.
I'll be honest with you. I know you're gonna say, "Oh no, it's this."
And
guy.
Plus, I mean, before you say that, outside of Jimmy and maybe Bam, who's gonna try to guard LeBron?
That's where I was going. I say they're obviously putting Jimmy on LeBron. I mean, you can't move past that. Jimmy on LeBron, and then you have. I know this is iffy, and people could argue against it, but you have Bam on AD, and I feel like he's not going to handle him, but he's going to put up a good fight. If PJ Tucker could put up a good fight game 1, I feel like Bam could put up a good fight 4 or 5 games even. And I mean, then it's just your 3 other guys that are battling it out, and I mean, Alex Caruso, Rondo, JaVale or Dwight against Kelly Olynyk.
I want to mention how good Caruso looked against the Rockets.
He looked actually really good, honestly. He's turned into a superstar.
I feel like
he's their third piece.
You know, Duncan's no slouch on defense either. I know he doesn't get a lot of credit, but I mean, whenever I do watch him, he doesn't play bad defense. So I mean, Duncan on Caruso
would be good, and then
Caruso on Duncan because Caruso's a good defender.
Yeah.
Anybody but Danny Green.
And then
anybody but Danny Green.
And then you have Rondo.
Put Dudley Brothers on Duncan instead of Danny Green. The man's horrible at everything.
And then you would have Rondo versus Dragic or none, and then you would have Olynyk or I don't know who they run at center really. You would have Olynyk or probably or
they put Bam at center.
No, Leonard. They have Leonard.
Is he back?
I don't know.
I thought he was hurt at one point.
He might not even be in the bubble, honestly. Yeah, so they might put Bam at center, but Bam would be so Bam would be on like.
Because I think Duncan starts at power forward sometimes. Like they go small.
Yeah, they do. Duncan, because that's where he played in college. So, I mean, most games.
He's like a shooting guard and small forward, but I mean,
he played a couple games because he played a couple games at center.
Yeah, when he wanted to go small, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's like 6'6", but.
Yeah, but I mean. And then you throw
That might be what it is. Might be Crowder at power forward.
Yeah, Crowder or Andre Iguodala even. I mean, because he's a decent defender. That's the thing that Heat have. They have good veterans on their bench that I think they have Dragic, Crowder, Iguodala.
I forget all the time that they have Iggy.
Yeah, and Iggy's their championship mentality right there. He's the person that's been there. He's been with multiple teams. He knows what it takes to get to play in the playoffs. He knows what it takes to get to the championship.
And actually, when I was listening to how I told you I was listening to Steam Room, I was listening to another episode yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And they had Donkey on there, and he was talking about. He said he thought the Heat were gonna win because this was like a few weeks ago, or at least it was like when the playoffs started. But he said that he had the Heat probably winning the East, I think, and he said that. It's because of Iggy. I mean, obviously, because he played with them, but
yeah, Iggy
he's gonna be a difference maker for them.
Iggy gives them a championship mentality. So yeah, I mean, I think we're calling it Heat Lakers championship. So I mean, it will be a great the Eastern Conference and Western Conference finals are gonna be great series. I think.
I'm saying Lakers in 5 against the Nuggets, Lakers in 6 against the Heat.
Okay. And then obviously like Lakers in 6 against, or you said Lakers in 6 against the Heat. So yeah. So obviously NBA season ends there. Then we're kind of left with a gap. We don't know what's going to happen. We even said in Monday's video that, so say Nuggets win championship, we don't, if we have to grow, or we don't know when we were gonna have to grow it out to. Like we don't, there's no official start date yet. They're just saying
at least Christmas. And actually, if that happened, if anybody can actually get one, because it's a far stretch,
Yeah.
but it's around Christmas. I want to see everybody look like Santa for a video.
no, yeah,
Like actually make it
no,
white.
no. If it's around Christmas, that'll be about 2 months that I'll have had to grow it out. I'll dye my beard white too. I'll dye it white. I mean, I've never dyed.
Thank you.
I've never dyed any part of my hair, I've never dyed anything, but I'll dye my hair white or my beard white, not my hair, my beard. I'm not dyeing my hair white. I'll wear a hat. I'm not dyeing my hair white. But yeah, so obviously we have that big gap in the off season. I don't think we know the official draft day.
It'll be like was it Winslow? Or who? That was
Harrison Barnes.
Oh, Harrison Barnes.
He
Yeah,
said-
I wonder how that man's looking nowadays.
He said I'm not shaving my beard till we make the playoffs.
or cutting his hair.
Yeah, or cutting his hair. Yeah, so
The man's probably looking like Bob Marley nowadays.
no, I think he definitely shaved it after the fact. I think he was just.
I would have hoped so, because he's gonna be waiting a few years.
I mean,
if that.
They almost made it though, because they made it to the bubble at least. So, yeah, we have that big chunk there.
he might be waiting the rest of his career if he stays with the Kings. So it's gonna be bad.
So we don't know when the draft's gonna be. Don't know when free agency is gonna be. The only thing we really have to look forward to this offseason is trades. And one thing we like doing, I mean, we all like playing NBA 2K, and we like doing the My League and doing trades and unrealistic.
By the way, it's real bad this year.
Oh yeah,
I only tried it once and I couldn't even get a.
You can't get draft classes.
Yeah, I couldn't get a class and I was so confused.
And like the season's so weird, like because they start in like December.
Yeah, I had heard that they didn't have all 82 games and then they changed it where they ended it. They started in like December 8th and ended whenever.
Yeah, it's ending in like June, like start of June. It's really weird. I tried it once with the Pistons and I was like, I can't do this because you don't have realistic. You don't have the draftees yet that you can't do. Like I thought it was gonna start me in the off season, like this coming off season. I was like, oh perfect. They're gonna start me in the off season. I'm gonna have the draft picks, have the draft, have free agency. I was like, that'd be perfect. Like that would be the perfect thing for our 2K to do. And they kind of just screwed the pooch on it. So, but what we like doing, we like making unrealistic situations here. And the other night we were sitting in Discord and.
As we usually do.
And instead of just talking about it, Mort was like, let me pull out my whiteboard.
Because we were trying to figure out like the site to use, and I was on my phone. I wasn't on my computer like to show a screen, so I pulled out the whiteboard.
And so we found we got his whiteboard obviously, and we just started coming up with trades, and we wanted to share a couple trades. We got the one that we created the other night, and Mort has his whiteboard here actually, and we're gonna write them down.
We got the handy dandy whiteboard back.
We're gonna put them up on the screen too after the fact. But the first trade involves, obviously we had to go Detroit. They're our team and involves us getting the number 1 pick. It's not unrealistic.
I want to say it's our team. I just want to see the Pistons relevant.
Yeah, it's an unrealistic trade, not that unrealistic though. But here's what it is. So it's between Detroit, the Pelicans, and Minnesota, obviously. I'll let you get those written down there. And it's going to involve some big pieces from Detroit. They're obviously in a rebuilding stage at this point. So I think we'll start off with Detroit getting the number 1 pick here. And having to get that number 1 pick, we're going to have to send the 7th pick to Minnesota along with Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin, I don't feel like he's going to be here this offseason for us. I feel like he's gone, more than likely. Then also bringing New Orleans into this. New Orleans would acquire D Rose from us and a guy we're on the fence about, but I feel like we both kind of agreed that in any trade for the first pick.
Yeah, I said he's got to go no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially if you are getting the number 1 pick, regardless. I mean, of course you're taking O'Melo, but regardless, he's got to be gone.
Luke
Plus,
Kennard.
he's not good.
Yeah, Luke Kennard has to go. I mean, they tried it. He's not developing, so they have to put him. And then New Orleans would also get our 2021 first-round pick and we got a bit crazy with it. We top 3 protected.
But that was Chiefs' doing.
Yeah, but I mean, it's true. I feel like we should top 3 protect that if we're gonna trade that to them, because I mean they're getting D Rose and Kennard out of us, so I don't know. So then from the Pelicans, we would get Derek Favors, and we would get Lonzo Ball. And I mean, it kind of sets us.
And Favors was only for contract.
Yeah, Favors was for contract because we're giving them D Rose's contract, and then obviously, I feel like they're just gonna want to dump contract on us just for that fact. And then the Pelicans would give the 13th pick to Minnesota to make that deal sweeter for them. And
I proposed Kendrick Williams.
Oh yeah, Kendrick Williams too, because just to kind of
random throw in.
He's a young guy.
Plus, he's another shooter for them.
Yeah, another shooter, a power forward. So I feel like he would work well there. So I mean, more you can. I think we're gonna post it like up on the screen, but if you want to hold it up here in a second, or if you that marker word. So I mean, in reality, Detroit would pick Melo Ball with that first overall pick. The Timberwolves, or you said Timberwolves, but you said Timberwolves would pick ideally Obi Toppin, because that's who they've expressed who they wanted. So I feel like trading back, this is all because Minnesota wants to trade back. They get trade capital with Blake there. They can trade him for another big star. They could package that 13th pick and Blake for another decent star to pair with them. So Timberwolves would get Obi with that second pick. If they don't trade that 13th pick, you said Carey, and I do believe that would be a good pick.
I just threw somebody out there.
I think Carey or a point guard, like an RJ Hampton maybe.
I mean, they do have Naz Reid.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, unless he was involved in this and went to the Pelicans or something, but
I think like they could take a point guard there to kind of develop that point guard, and maybe at some point in time move. If it works out with that young point guard, you could play D'Angelo at the 2, because he would be a decent 2, and then who knows? And then they get a small forward in the trade that they make, and then they have Obi Toppin at the 4, the small forward they traded for with Blake, or I mean, you even have Blake there now. Play Blake at the 4. You have Obi Toppin at the 3. A point guard you draft at 13. D'Lo or Jarrett Culver at the 2, and then Cat at the 5. And I mean, that's not a bad starting lineup for them. I mean, it's an iffy lineup, but it's not a bad starting lineup. And then with the Pelicans pick, it's kind of just up in the air right now. So
Pelicans. So as we were saying, the Pistons end up with LaMelo. The Timberwolves get Obi Toppin and Vernon Carey,
or whoever.
Yes, and the Pelicans end up with a spicy meatball and Slenderman.
Wait, Slenderman? Who's
Brandon Ingram.
Oh, so
spicy meatball Zion. And
obviously that would give I mean, I feel like honestly D Rose would be off the bench there for the Pelicans, and they would be able to start Alexander, what's his name?
Nikhil
Alexander, and they'd be able to start him. He's a good guy.
That other dude they had playing point guard over him sometimes. I can't think of his name, but
he's from Duke, I think.
I remember he was. It was always the FanDuel thing was out. It was either Nick and I were gonna take Nikhil, or no, I was only gonna take Nikhil, and Nick was either gonna take Nikhil or that other guy, because the other guy started playing more. I don't remember what his name was.
Yeah, but I don't either. But yeah, I mean, you can throw that up there. We'll throw it up on the screen.
Yeah, you won't be able to see it, so I'll have to type it out.
Yeah, we'll throw it up on the screen.
Or show the picture. Oh crap! It's not flipped either. Duh.
To see it a little better there. So yeah, I mean, if you want to take a picture of that just so we can have it before we get rid of it. And then we obviously talked about Giannis. And we talked about the Bucks. They lost. And the big thing this offseason is are the Bucks going to get rid of Giannis and rebuild? If Giannis wants to leave, because he has 1 year left on his contract, he's supposed to. He has hinted, or people have hinted at him leaving anyways. So, do the Bucks take it full advantage and trade him this year? And I mean, there's 3 possibilities where he goes. You have the Raptors, because they have trade assets. You have Miami. We talked about them, especially if they.
By the way, I think the Raptors are gonna blow it up.
You think? We talked about that
and
actually
just
too. Yeah.
Keep Siakam. I mean, outside of Siakam, really, is there much to blow up?
Not really. I mean, OG.
Because Gasol, I think, is on his last year, and he's old. And
Ibaka.
Fred will leave. Ibaka's old. Like
Yeah.
Big Booty Lowry's old. Like,
So I mean, yeah. So you have the
so I guess
Raptors.
it's not really blowing it up.
You have the Raptors, Miami, and Golden State. Golden State feels they have trade capital with that second pick. So I think this is where we decide that, let's say, hypothetically, Giannis leaves this offseason. Realistically, the best team out of those three that he could return to the championship with is, at this point, Miami, because they're in the Eastern Conference Finals. He pulls a KD and he says, I'm out, they beat me. He has that villain narrative on him. So I think right now you throw Giannis up for Miami. And then I honestly don't know what to do for the other players. I mean, who do you have here? I'll let you take over, kind of.
Of course, just basing it off of everybody else's trades, Kelly Olynyk's getting tossed in there.
Kelly Olynyk, he does have a big contract on him, so Kelly Olynyk would be going. Unfortunately, I feel like
it's gonna be a young player, and I feel like you're gonna say Duncan, but I'm gonna let them keep Duncan.
No, I say they trade Tyler Hero back to his home state. He's from Wisconsin, so he goes there. And I feel like they, unfortunately, I feel like they have to send Bam too. I feel like they do.
Yeah, I'll put
Got
him
kind
there
of quiet
because,
there for a second.
Because I was just thinking about the other trade we did. We had some guys moving around, so I mean, yeah, because at that point you can just throw anybody at center.
Or do we have to include a third team in this trade? Do you think? Do you think there would be a third team in this trade?
I mean, if it is, it's some random team. It's not going to be a team anybody thinks of.
Would it be a top team?
It might be like a sign and trade team.
Or do you think it would be like a top 10 team that would involve a pick and then them getting?
I feel like it's somebody small because all the other competing teams aren't going to want to help these other two teams.
Exactly,
compete.
That's what I'm thinking. So do you think it would be a? Let me pull up because I'm on the website right here just so we can know like contracts and stuff. So do you think it would be a, let's say, team with a top pick that could use a young guy, as so the Bulls?
I was gonna say them, or I mean, neither one of these teams have much that the Hawks could get too. They don't have much to offer for them for the Hawks to trade their pick.
The Wizards maybe.
But then what did they get?
This is where they
They're also not getting anything because they could afford to use the pick.
I'm saying this is where they
are they dumping John Wall as one of these teams?
No, I'm saying this is where they dump Bradley Beal to Milwaukee.
Maybe, but I mean, you got to think about too. They're all three in the Eastern Conference, so they're just helping each other out.
Exactly.
To
so you
compete against each other.
So maybe they add like a. See what I've seen. I've seen the Warriors in there, and as a third possible candidate. Do you think we add the Warriors? I don't think the Warriors take part in this trade because they're one of the main teams that want Giannis. So I don't think they take part and try to help Miami get Giannis. So maybe you have a.
I was about to say something crazy and say like some bench guys or like a pick, and the Suns get involved and get Bledsoe, but he was already with the Suns, so I wasn't gonna do that.
And he wanted out of there.
Yeah.
So that's where I was gonna say, maybe Dragic goes back to the Suns, or Kendrick Nunn goes to the Suns. And then you send
But what are they giving up, a pick?
The Suns would give up. Let me see what the Suns got here.
A pick in Cameron Payne?
No, because the Suns have the 10th pick. Not really valuable for them. So if they can get an already established person, because when we did our mock draft or like our post lottery draft, we had them just taking like a serviceable guy there that they could just throw in because they already have a young crew, so if they can get another veteran in there. So throw that 10th pick up to Milwaukee. Take Bam away right now, I think. For now.
I feel like how you said, I think he'd have to be a part of it because they'd be the Heat would be too overpowered without him.
Yeah, they would definitely. And then also to Milwaukee, give Miami's first round pick. We don't know what it is yet. Milwaukee's getting a haul for obviously Giannis. So then I think Phoenix.
I think Bam's got to stay then.
So
because Kelly Olynyk's on an expiring contract, Tyler Hero is the main part there, and then the picks. But
so obviously, Milwaukee or the Heat would have to give one more person. And it's gonna have to be. I do feel like.
I think it's Bam, and then they like how you said, and then they have Myers Leonard there still, or they sign somebody.
I think Kendrick Nunn, Phoenix. I feel like that's well enough.
That what are the Suns giving up?
And then the Suns are giving up. The Suns are giving up that 10th pick, and they're giving it to Milwaukee. But this is all helping Miami get Giannis, and then also Bledsoe goes to Miami on an expiring deal. He goes with Giannis, team chemistry there, you know.
It fits their defense.
Yeah, and it does.
And then Dragic just stays as a sixth man.
Yeah, exactly. And then
but I still don't think Bam's not a part of this.
I know, and then Bam has to fit. Then I feel
like the Heat are giving up a crap ton. Then
where are the Heat? Not really.
Or do they keep Kelly Olynyk and
they
trade Bam?
Yeah, I don't think Kelly is big enough to be a part of this trade. I think they have to give up Bam.
I mean, I think he's got like a decent sized contract though.
Yeah.
Is why he's in all of these proposals.
So then, I mean, Bam just got an extension too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, he has that big contract mentality right there, obviously. And then, so you have Bam, Hero, 10th pick, and Miami's pick. You have Nunn going to Phoenix, gives them that solid point guard, that young point guard that they need. Keep Rubio as a mentor. Then you have Giannis and Bledsoe going to Miami. I feel like Phoenix could also get one more guy for that 10th pick. They get I've seen this guy in a lot of trades for some odd reason. Casey.
Oh, Casey Okpala?
Yeah, Okpala.
I don't know why. I think they say he's got big upside.
So Casey goes there. So Miami's giving up a lot here. They're giving up.
I feel like it's gotta come from Milwaukee because I don't think the Heat are gonna give up their entire roster for Giannis for that. You don't even know if he's gonna re-sign or extend with you.
So I mean, maybe the Miami gives up.
I think Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra know that.
I think the Heat or the Bucks give up Indiana's first round pick this year. Then maybe
that's not like a decent. That's not that big. Not that good of a pick either. To be honest with you, I want to see him thrive. I want to see him get out of Milwaukee.
DJ Wilson, okay. And that would kind of fit them. That gives them another young power forward that they can kind of fit in with Cameron Johnson.
And Saric. Well, I mean, they don't have to worry about extending Saric now.
Yeah. So, I mean, that wouldn't be bad there.
Or, I mean, even as a back... Oh, no, Baines is still there. I mean...
So...
I'm not even saying that, like, to favorite DJ. I have seen him in some of these trades.
Yeah.
That people actually think, like, that know about him. Like, Bucks fans, they want to see him go somewhere and play.
So then I also think that Miami gets a 2022 second-round pick from the Bucks. It's a second-round pick, 2022, 2 years from now. Just to kind of, like, hey, this can turn into something. Probably won't turn into anything. So, yeah. But just think, Miami with Bledsoe at the 1, Duncan at the 2, and then you have Jimmy Butler at the 3, Giannis at the 4, Kelly at the 5, Myles Leonard at the 5. That's a good team.
Or if they sign like a random
guy. Sign like a veteran on a veteran. And then you still have a decent bench. You still have.
Dare I say no. I'm saying some hot things right now. I got a hot mic in front of me.
And then you still have.
Dare I say they signed DeMarcus Cousins and start him.
Honestly, that's not bad. DeMarcus Cousins is the type of guy to go there. And then, I mean, obviously, you still have young guys like Chris Silva on your bench. You have
You're keeping KZ.
Yeah, keeping KC. Maybe sign Derek Jones Jr. back to a contract if he doesn't want to sign elsewhere for more money. If you keep Drake Crowder, if you keep Andre Iguodala, I mean, you got good guys there. Obviously, those guys would have to restructure their contracts and stuff like that. But
I'm trying to think of like someone else besides Cousins. Like, for some reason, I want to say that Cousins is a big name free agent this year, even though he's been hurt. But I mean, he realistically is, because of outside of AD. I mean, like Bojan, like as another shooter for them. But other than that, like I don't think there's many.
I mean, and then they could just
AD, but
they could just go the super team route, veteran minimums to people, and just contracts to young guys. They have a good G League that they can pull up from. That's the Heat has historically.
And they develop guys like crazy. It doesn't even matter who they have.
Yeah, the Heat have been historically good at developing people. So if they can get two guys right there plus a 2022 second round pick from the Bucks, I mean, I feel like that's a great trade. Giving up Bam, Harrow, and giving the 10th pick and that pick to and then I mean the Suns are just in there as a filler team to kind of sweeten that deal for Milwaukee. So I mean these are obviously crazy trades. If they happen, we know people are watching our videos and stealing our content, so we want royalties, please. God help us. So yeah,
let's go.
You want to take another picture of that so you can have that up?
Oh yeah,
I just saw the Tigers line up there.
Yeah. Dallas Cameron's finally batting ninth.
Okay. So yeah, obviously these are unrealistic trades.
Did you just see how I spelled Bucks? I put a K in there.
I did not.
Wait, they have a
K.
They have a K. What the heck am I thinking?
Bucks.
No, I was thinking of the Buccaneers. So
okay. But yeah, I mean, obviously unrealistic trades. We would like to see this happen. They would shake up the NBA. This could be one of the biggest NBA off seasons in recent history.
And that means that if this happened, this would be LeBron's absolute last chance to win another ring, because
then Miami,
unless the Heat straight up choke.
The Heat turn into another dynasty. Yeah. The Heat turn into the three-peat team.
But I mean, because Jimmy is like 32 or 33, but he is still kind of like relatively young, especially if he added somebody like a young Giannis and the rest of the young team around him. He doesn't have to carry all the load.
Yeah, and in the playoffs, he showed that he doesn't have to carry the load. He has Duncan that can take off. He has Bam that can take off. He has Kendrick Nunn, Goran Dragic.
I like the video of when he was on the bench yelling after that went on a big run against the Bucks, and he's like, "We got a team full of ballers. We're all ballers here."
I mean, obviously unrealistic trades here, but if they happen, they happen, and I feel like this might be, as things develop through the offseason, this might be a more regular thing that we do every week. Just maybe just one, kind of a small one here and there. These were obviously two huge ones for the number one pick and the number one player in the league.
If Expo's out there and they want to sponsor a big whiteboard to put behind us or something.
Oh yeah, to write up on it. Yeah, that would be nice. That would actually be really cool. But I think that's all we got for you guys. A little different episode, probably a little longer too, on the longer side. So
yeah, we're at 50.
Okay. So yeah, thank you guys for watching so much. It's gonna be one of the longer videos on the channel in a while. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this type of stuff, just drop a like to show us that. And if you guys could subscribe, we're on our road to 70. I know Mort said we're at the Great Wall right now, so
we're on our road to 68 still after 2 months. I think I actually said that 2 months ago.
The fact that we hit 68 and then dropped for some reason, so
I think I actually did say that 2 months ago, and we're still at the wall. So.
I don't know. We'll have to see. We're coming up on our 7th month, 6th or 7th month, so it's crazy times here. We're obviously at a new schedule, like we've been saying. We're doing Monday Bud's podcast. Tuesday is predictions for NFL, also Nick and Joe's film room. Wednesday, we're really loading up that first part of the week right there, because then Wednesdays we got A&M, and then Friday morning we kind of have a Bud's podcast / Thursday night recap. We're kind of just doing that. So that stuff's going on there. So thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.
Yo, shout out Andrew and Moore, bro.